It was reported a couple days ago that Steph Curry signed a new long-term Under Armour agreement, which looks like is going to be a lifetime contract, similar to what we've seen from LeBron James in recent years, where he had his lifetime deal with Nike. But is this a great idea for Curry? A lot of people are skeptical because we haven't really heard much from Under Armour. Steph has released 10 signature shoes with Under Armour, but have we heard too much from it? Has it been popping off really? No. It's not fully Steph's fault though. There's a lot of things behind the scenes with Under Armour that have not been told. But before we get into Under Armour's side of things, let's go over this deal and kind of see how Steph and Under Armour got to this point. Golden State Warriors star Steph Curry has signed a long-term extension with Under Armour that will extend beyond his playing days and into his retirement. Although exact terms were not disclosed, the new agreement could be one of the richest ever endorsement deals in sports once annual base pay, stock equity, royalties on signature products, and on-court incentive bonuses tallied. Curry, who first signed with Under Armour in 2013 and launched the Curry brand in 2020, will have the title of President of Curry Brand and will receive additional resources to grow his namesake brand. Curry said, "We started with the signature business and with the opportunity to deepen the partnership with an expectation of it going past my playing days. And the added investment in the great things that we both bring to the table, it's an exciting time to strengthen that partnership," Curry said, who was on his 10th signature sneaker with Under Armour. "We understand that it's a mutual beneficial venture to do some great things, build a great roster, build more scale to the business, and create great storytelling." Now, the growth potential is pretty great in general because they're funneling everything into Curry, and so he's going to be their priority versus like a Nike where you've got other people that you're competing with. You got LeBron in here, you got Jason Tatum over here, you got John Morant there. So you're splitting up the pie a little more. With Under Armour, there's a lot more focus to Curry so that Curry's needs are met first. But the biggest thing that I took away from this article is the amount of branding that Steph got for Steph. Now, it's not completely a deal to get Under Armour. It's implying that Steph will have more control over his brand moving forward to where he's going to be able to do ventures outside of Under Armour. Now, why is that important? Well, Under Armour hasn't been doing too well on its own. Under Armour against the competition is ranked 4th. So that's saying against the likes of a Nike, a Puma, Adidas, Under Armour is coming behind them. Under Armour has also not been making as much money as they wanted to in the shoe industry. The LA Times reported in May 2021, Under Armour agreed to a $9 million settlement with the Securities and Exchange Commission regarding allegations it had misled investors about its revenue growth at the time. It was negotiating and finalizing its agreement to become UCLA's apparel sponsor. What this means is that Under Armour goes to UCLA the same way that the Jordan brand, right, went over to North Carolina, went to Michigan. It's like, hey, let me sponsor you. Let me be the exclusive apparel group for UCLA. Essentially, we provide the drip. Your boys wear the drip on the court, on the field. We have our insignia on the logo, the logo, everything on there, so that we're going to get like the recognition like, oh, that's Under Armour, right? Unfortunately, Under Armour did not disclose everything related to their money. So UCLA is thinking that, oh, this will be profitable for us because UCLA is doing this type of numbers so that we would make money with them. It wouldn't be a waste of our resources to pay them out, right? Instead, UCLA does the deal. They realize that Under Armour isn't as profitable as it would have been, so that they're not getting a great deal on their end. And when you misappropriate the funds like that, it does tell me that the industry, that your apparel side of things is not doing as well as it should be. There's an article published by Deadspin Thursday that goes into a little more of why Curry made this decision. It says the move was clearly made with the intent of turning the Curry brand into some sort of knockoff Jordan brand. And that's about as delusional as me thinking that Curry golf spikes are going to lower my handicap below 25. Nothing is ever going to fix my accuracy off the tee, just like Under Armour is never going to give the public redeemable athleisure wear. The 4-time NBA champion, league and finals MVP has officially let down the sneaker freaks who dare to ask, what if Steph had a shoe that was as transcendent as his game? The shoes in a whole with Under Armour just haven't gotten the eyeballs that people want to. And another thing, a lot of the people that you would expect to cover this have not even covered it. No Jumper posted about this a few days ago, and I've shown some of the images related to that post. There wasn't a lot of buzz hyped around that. It was more so about how great Curry is as a player, or looking forward to see how the Warriors do in the playoffs, stuff like that. It's not related to his shoes. Now, when Kyrie is in the news and it's something related to his shoes, yeah, there's going to be comments talking about some of his comments that he may have made about, Jewish people or anything of that nature. But a lot of people will mention something along the lines of, man, his shoes are fire. His shoes are cool. His shoes are nice. Because they already like his shoes. And that may not have to do anything with Kyrie, but necessarily the people who are behind making the shoes are just doing a better job at them. It's pretty clear Nike's doing a better job at that than Under Armour. And if Under Armour's plan is to try to do Curry, i.e. to the Jordan brand, and start releasing shoes like that, they've got to come harder. Because Steph Curry is the type of dude who will command eyeballs to buy them. No one cared about Under Armour before they got Steph Curry. The fact they got Steph Curry is still very surprising and puzzling to many, because a lot of people thought Steph Curry is more of a Nike athlete, Jordan athlete, just because they know that they are the ones who are able to take athletes' brands to new heights. They've done amazing jobs with Jordan. And they've done amazing things with many athletes behind him. Now breaking into other parts of the business. Nike is doing its thing. One thing I will say, it's good that they got this deal in place to set up for the future and not just for the rest of Steph's career. Steph is 35 years old, and that's not saying that he's slowing down anytime soon. He's still a top 5 player in the NBA easily. However, it is a reality that as you're exiting your prime, that NBA allure is going to start to fade. So they may want to start ushering him into the brand ambassador type of field, more of like a TB12 sort of thing with Tom Brady as he was exiting his career. We started hearing more about TB12 and started to hear about all the things that he's doing behind the scenes outside of football. That's where I could see Steph Curry playing a major role in this. Similar to how the late and great Kobe Bryant made a lot of great breakthroughs outside of basketball after his retirement. So we shall see what Under Armour's plan is. I think the way it's set up is going to work well in everyone's favor, because Steph is set to gain the most from his end. He's set up with these royalties and everything, so he's incentivized, right? You got to be incentivized. You have to incentivize celebrities, actors, basketball players to create these products, to be involved in these products. They're already rich. So if you're going to make them even more rich, you have to make it, again, worth their while. Steph's previous deal evidently was not worth the while. And this one, I think, is, definitely a win-win for both sides. But for sure, guaranteed win for Curry. We'll see what happens with Under Armour. But let me know your thoughts below. Are you going to be talking about Under Armour in the next 10, 15 years? Or you think this is just going to fall by the wayside? Steph's going to keep dropping these more signature shoes. I didn't even know he had 10. I really didn't know he had 10. And that just goes to show you that it just hasn't been as widely publicized or widely known as you'd like it to be. So there's some things that Under Armour I think is going to tweak to make it more available. But again, that's something that we'll have to see in the future. For now, I am out. Subscribe to the channel. Comment your thoughts on Steph Curry signing long-term, lifetime to Under Armour. And I'm out. These my dallas make it hurt.